Yo, what's going on? You are now tuned in to the Inside Wolves podcast, your home for entertainment, enlightenment, where we discuss and give our takes on what's going on in not only music, entertainment, general news, and everything pop culture. Make sure you subscribe, share. Let's get into it.
Heat versus Celtics, man.
I don't know. That's such a weird one to call because the Heat literally just got their whole lineup back, and their lineup isn't 100%. And the Celtics have yet to have their full team. So it's just like, I don't know.
Who are they still
injuries are. Celtics are still. I mean, they still have Marcus Smart in and out their lineup. You know, Robert Williams.
Yeah, Al Horford missed the first one, came back. Yeah. Marcus Smart, it just I don't think he's played any games of the Heat series. Or he might have played one. Smart.
He's played some games.
No, he's played.
I think.
Oh,
he came
played 2 games.
When he came back, too, because it was a big game after he went crazy.
Yeah, he played game 2 and he played game 3. And
just a whole bunch of in and out, man. I definitely think Heat are gonna come back fighting. One thing about the Heat is like they're good and they're consistent as a team, but they don't have like an inhuman superstar. Like Jimmy Butler's gonna have nights where he gives you a 35-40 piece, but that next night, please do not expect a 35-40 piece. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
hey man, Jimmy's been one of the better players in the playoffs just all around, man. And it's funny because his playoff numbers, like everybody talks about his playoff numbers and everything like that. They show they're They're comparable to Michael Jordan. I know, man. They're comparable to Michael Jordan, which is crazy. So it's just like you looking at that. But if you ask me, I heard it like on ESPN. I think it was NBA Today. Actually, they was talking about it. And if you ask me, though, the best player that is still in the best player that is still in the playoffs right now, like you crazy if you're picking Jimmy Butler over Steph Curry, yo. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
I have not picked anyone saying Jimmy Butler.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I brought it up, though. That's Luka.
That's crazy. I got Luka. I
get
bro over Steph. You're literally
Steph Curry. Wow. That's a whole nother.
You know what? Even though I'm picking Luka, I still definitely seen like Steph definitely got more consistent or like playing back to a normal now that I see, but he wasn't doing that in the beginning of the playoffs. So I'm still gauging.
You just come back off the injury. You just come off that injury. Yeah. Look, listen, man. First of all, Luka is the most disrespectful player to ever play in the game. I mean, it is insane to ever play. Quinn,
crazy.
Yo. Do you understand the type of morale dip that you're going to take when you see a man just smiling over you after he's drained a 3 in your face?
At you. Well, that leads into a perfect question actually for the slide us on in this. When this comes out, I'm not sure what point we'll be in the playoffs. Shoot, probably the finals teams may already be decided at that point.
Right.
So this being the case, let's get these predictions out now. Who y'all got in the finals and why you think they're gonna be there?
I'll go first.
Can we just automatically put Warriors for everybody? I don't think anyone here is gonna.
So wait. You want my like just who's gonna be there, or you want to know who I think is gonna be there and win?
Who you think?
And how many games?
And then who you think? Yeah, actually, as a matter of fact, who you think is gonna be there? And who you think is gonna win?
All right. So Celtics and Warriors. Warriors in 6.
Warriors in 6. One?
Steph is the Warriors are getting a ring. Yeah, they're getting another ring this year. If everything is right. Now listen. If Jason Tatum and them boys can steal the first one on the road. Well, actually, hold on. Who has the better seeding? The Celtics. Okay. So yeah, if they can steal one game, like that first game that they play in Oracle, or is it still called Oracle, right? Was it? No, it's a Chase. No, it's a Chase Center now. Chase. Yeah, Chase Arena. Yeah. Chase Arena now. Chase Center now. Whoever, if they can steal that first game at the Chase Center, they might win in 7. I might get them in 7.
So otherwise, Warriors in 6.
Warriors in 6.
What you think, Lee? Interesting, bro.
It's hard to say. It's East. This.
It's
Celtics
tough.
could literally go either way.
It's tough.
For real this year.
It's tough.
They're not to be fucked with.
They're not.
I'll say that. I'm gonna say Warriors and Heat because that's what I want to see. But if it's Warriors and Heat, Warriors are definitely gonna win for sure. Celtics are the only team out of them two that can put up a fight against the Warriors, I think, though.
Yeah, no doubt. That defense is unmatched over there.
Yeah, that defense is. Yeah. Go ahead, one.
I definitely would say it would be Warriors and Celtics. I'm ruling out the Heat because I feel like, I mean, with this series, you can tell like it's only so much like just natural good basketball can get you to the point where like if you don't have like a legit star or a consistent star on that team, you don't really stand a chance against a really good team, like a really good put together team. So that's why I'm ruling out the Heat and picking the Celtics and Warriors. But in that series, I would say that would go Celtics in. I think it could go Celtics in 6.
Oh, what?
6.
Nah,
I'm only thinking because like the Warriors, obviously they're a very heavily offensive team. They all pretty much can put the ball on the floor or like create their own shot. Pretty much all of them, like at least as far as like whatever their death lineup is called or whatever. But that's just a lot to deal with. But I feel like with the Celtics, they have people who actually can move, like people who actually can defend, like people who they're not like slow or like it's not like an average defensive team. Like it's a really smart defensive team.
Mm-hmm.
So plus the height they have already, the size advantage they would have, I think I would pick the Celtics in 6.
You know what? I heard this possibly suggested today, although not officially said. So I'll go ahead and say it probably. I'm thinking this is going to be the stars are aligning for Luka to be next up. So I'm calling a Mavericks Heat series. Luka's going to do the same thing Dirk did, and he's going to take over that throne.
All right.
Plain and simply, is that?
Nah, man. Okay. That's ridiculous.
Once they get there,
He said the same thing.
And the Heat, once they get there, Mavericks in 4.
You know what's funny? It's so funny because I was thinking this the other day. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about it though. I was thinking this shit the other day. I was like, damn. I was like, imagine if the Warriors was the only team in history to come back from. I mean, to lose down. I mean, up 3-1, and then be the only team in history to lose up 3-0. That would be the most
crazy.
insane shit.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
And then people really started comparing Luka to LeBron after that. You gonna have LeBron comparisons right after that, man. That's
Here's my.
That's not a good comparison, by the way. He's much more comparable to James Harden. I'd just like to say that.
Sure.
Carry on.
I'll say this, man, and then I'll drop it. I think a lot of people, just because they're such a offensive stalwart of a team, I think a lot of people overlook the defensive prowess of that Warriors team.
Yeah,
I think y'all are
sure.
really underestimating what
For
they
sure.
can do defensively, because like I just don't want to like I don't think Luka's better than Steph by any means, but like from what I've seen, Luka's one of the more like unguardable players. Like he's got a lot. Like I don't think anyone on that side. I don't think Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown are better offensively than Luka. And not to say that the Warriors have been stopping Luka, but I'm saying like they got niggas that'll make it tough. They got niggas that will make it tough on you. And like I said, past them two cats, bro, like the Celtics, I mean, like I said, it's two cats versus a lineup of cats that's gonna give you buckets on the Warriors. And they're gonna play D. So I don't know. I don't know.
That's the thing about the Warriors teams that have been great since they really came to rise, is that their team basketball on both ends of the floor is outstanding. It's really second to none. It's crazy how they move the rock on offense, but then on defense, they play really good defense, like team defense.
Yeah.
Also, individually, they be playing for real as well. I remember people used to talk about bullying Steph, especially when the Cavs won in like 2016. And I remember vividly for those next 2 years, especially in those Rockets series, Steph wasn't really going like people were talking about in the media. He's not really. You're not just about to bully him on the defensive end like anybody. Yeah, like, and that's
I want to say he was like a steal leader 1 year. I want to say he was.
Probably.
I want to say he was.
I mean, Steph is very underrated as a player, man. And this the last thing that I'm gonna say about it before we get into everything else today, man. Is like what you was talking about, Juan, with that whole inconsistency. That's why you don't pick the Heat. That's the same reason why I don't pick the Celtics, because Jason Tatum right now is not as consistent as he should be in these playoffs right now. He's playing great. Don't get me wrong. When he's playing great, he's playing amazing. But then he has those little dips. And, you know, as a leader of that team, you know what I'm saying? Yes, you got Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year. You got Jaylen Brown. You know, he's a strong number 2. But at the end of the day, Jason Tatum is your leader. That's where it's going to come from. So you got to have that. I mean, 20, what? Shaq would probably say, 27, 30 every night. You know what I'm saying? 10 shots each half. You need 20. But you need at least 20 shots before the game. And so, yeah, if he can come with that, I got the, Celtics will definitely go all the way, man. But, you know what I'm saying? Before I go ahead and just say, what I'm going to say, man, I definitely just want to also as well give condolences out to all the kids out there, all the families of the kids out there, you know what I'm saying? In that Texas shooting, that mass shooting, that, it was definitely a tragedy, and we hate to hear about things like that. And, we just want to give our condolences as IW and just let everybody know we out there praying for all the families. And it's definitely a time in our lives right now where things are changing, and we just need to go ahead and step up and be a part of those better changes. You know what I'm saying? So prayers out to everybody out there, man.
Like Steve Kerr said, I think he said it last night, man. Can't get numb to it. Don't just, keep scrolling. Don't just shrug it off like, another day in the neighborhood. Because it's really sad that it's gotten to that point as is. But
gotta talk about it, man. But listen, man, this is what we do. And I always say a little something before we really get into things here. My man Rome got the glasses on because he knows it's time to get focused. You know what I'm saying? If you can hear us stepping. You're listening to the Inside Wolves podcast hosted by yours truly, the Inside Entertainment Crew. It's your boy Jay Million, the Villion, Hefe Millie. I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves. Go ahead, Ron. You know what it is.
Big Rome, man, chilling here, man. Blessed and highly favored. Can't stress that enough, man. Appreciate being here. Pass it on down, man.
Fan favorite here yet again. Juju, AJ, mini name.
Yo, Q, what's up? Let's do it.
I promise, if there was a way to make that shorter, he would.
Yeah.
If there was a way to make that.
If I could just say Q.
Man, the man of many, man of no words is what they call him, man. Mountain man is what he wants to be. But man, I've been seeing a lot of crazy stuff going on, a lot of people getting slandered, this past week. The first one, the name is LeBron James Jr. You know what I'm saying? They was clowning the boy. He was even clowning the dad, you know what I'm saying? They dug up some pictures from his dad's past, you know what I'm saying? I seen that.
I did see that photo.
And then most recently they got the boy Jamie, you know what I'm saying? They got the boy Jamie Foxx. Oh, he did the same thing.
Jamie Foxx been playing in the snow. Jamie Foxx been playing
yeah. No, he was out. Yeah, he's playing in the snow. It's funny thing is though, I didn't know that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get to it later. But yeah, he was playing in the snow, man. He's playing in the snow. But if you don't know what we're talking about, we're talking about the interracial relationships, people. It's something that's been going on for evolving, I should say, increasing, becoming a lot more normal in past umpteen years, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely something that is crazy because a lot of people are still getting clowned for it today. A lot more people, being famous and whatnot. But you know, people out there really thinking that, you know, as a black man, black woman, you should be with your sisters and your brothers. That's how they feel. But what do y'all think about that, man?
Well, I'll go ahead first. Being a man in an interracial relationship myself, so I'll tackle one societal and then also as well just personal. Societal, I understand where the stigma comes from because I definitely see, and I can't personally relate to being in the camp of one of those black men that are like, black women are just the scum of the, I hate them, I'm going anywhere but black. I don't really hold that sentiment. Just that but I see that a lot online, so I understand where that comes from and where that assumption from the person comes from as well. Also have a good relationship with my mother and sisters, so I don't hate myself. I don't hate black women either. I'm good and I love them as well. And but then
just had to make it clear.
Sliding it down to a personal note as well, like exactly what you said, Jamin. That's where I differ in mindset. A lot of, well, I don't even know if a lot, but just in general, well, yeah, I would say a lot of black people in general tend to think black person should be with a black person, or hell, even other races think that as well. And me personally, I look at a lot more things as priority that would make me happy in a relationship than the skin color. I don't personally view, like, the thing I would, like, if you were to ask me, what do I find attractive about X woman, it would be the same thing I find attractive about any other woman. There's nothing that I'm like, oh, white women have this and black women don't have that, or Hispanic women have this and Asian women don't have that. It's the same thing across the board. So therefore, color for me personally doesn't really matter to me. I look at more about shared experiences, and although there are shared experiences that come from color, not the ones that I prioritize. It don't necessarily revolve around color for me as an individual.
Man.
Yeah.
Cute.
But
He's a man of people.
And to end that off, actually, I'll say on social media, it's a lot more stigmatized than it is in real life. It's a lot more regular. You see it a lot more in real life than you would think people would do when you see the tweets about it. The way niggas talk down on it on Twitter, you'd be surprised to see the amount of it that you see in real life. But again, I guess that also depends on your social circles.
Hey, y'all heard it, man. Quinn is a man of all flavors. He loves all flavors, man. It don't matter to him. Equal opportunity, man. Well, what you think, man? I'm sure Juan over there like, man, yeah, I need me a black soulful soul glow queen. That's what Juan said right there.
You already know, man. You already know how I feel about
so he needs his Nubian queen.
You know how I feel about my queens, man. I don't know. Like, just looking at it.
You can't say that afterwards. You say.
Let me think. Like, so looking at it from the outside, it's just like, I mean, I can't put myself in a position or their mindset to think somebody else is attractive other than like somebody myself. Not to say like I have a set preference, but like,
well,
I don't know.
That sounds like a preference.
Go ahead, man.
I'm just that's
look at
what
them.
I'm attracted to.
Look at this nigga. He ain't all black right now.
The wild.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, that's just what I'm attracted to. Like, I just wouldn't be able to. I don't know. I can't see myself in that position.
So you don't think so? Like your younger self, like you first started dating, right? Your first ever girlfriend, right? First person you ever like try like date or whatever. Like you don't think you could ever see yourself like thinking, oh man, like that white woman, she's attractive. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. I would just do so. What is her name? You don't think that would ever go through your head, man?
Well, really, for me personally, I would take it out the white thing. Just to like Hispanic.
Like, I'm talking
none of them? No, I'm asking like because he's
that's what I'm saying for him.
Oh no, I mean Hispanics are attractive too. Yeah. Well, Latino.
No. I got you. I understand what you're saying. I mean, because
Caribbean, Brazilian, like I don't know.
I feel you.
Pretty much anything with That's shade.
For me,
hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
I was trying to find to interject myself, but nah, I'm gonna say this as a nigga. That I go.
Yeah, that's the worst way to start that shit off. I'm gonna say this as a nigga.
I'm gonna say this as a nigga. No, I'm gonna start off way. It's not even gonna be what you think it is. I go a lot less hard than I used to about this topic.
Oh,
I go a lot less hard than I used to. I'm saying you met me a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Listen, I'm not even really jacking it. I'm not really jacking it.
Triple B.
Hey, you feel me? Y'all know the cats know me. Ask anybody to know me. You know how I'm rocking when you come around my way. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Only the sisters. But all that for me really stems from the fact that just being someone in the community and hearing what people say about our culture and the bashing that, you know what I'm saying, men get and the disrespect that the family structure get is someone that I feel that only gets strengthened by making more black families. And you know what I'm saying, I'm also half a black separatist, but I'm not even going to get to that. You know what I'm half of that, you know what I'm saying? But I just like I said, I think we strengthen our culture. I think we make a better future for ourselves, and I just think that I find it to be better. I find it to be all around better for us when we decide to stay within the you know what I'm saying, the culture. Now, like I said, I used to go a lot more harder back in the day, but I get it now. As long as it doesn't stem from, it's obvious a lot of people don't, you know what I'm saying, niggas don't care about that. You can't ask a nigga to care about, half these niggas care about brushing their teeth in the morning. So it's hard to ask a nigga to care about stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? As long as it doesn't really stem from self-hate and you're not in one of those relationships where you're doing all types of race play, and where it does happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got these, you know what I'm saying, cats in here, you know what I'm saying, role playing slaves and talking any type of way to they, yeah, bro, they do that.
I don't know why you acting shocked.
Yeah, hold on.
I don't know why you acting shocked.
Acting shy. Hold on. You said that shit like I be out there.
Like it's normal.
Yeah, that's
over the years.
Yo, I've never. That's
I don't know.
I heard rumors, but
we must don't see the same thing, bro.
Niggas ain't never seen a TikTok like that or a line like that.
But me, I'm just really centered. I'm really centered in strengthening.
Okay, I got
you know what I'm saying, black people, and just looking at that, I think that should be important for us, and you know what I'm saying. So I'm always gonna lean more towards the black women. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, man. Romans for the sisters, man. Romans for the sisters, yeah. And you know, ain't nothing wrong with being for the sisters, you know what I'm saying? We are brothers and sisters in Christ. I ain't gonna get too far into it, you know what I'm saying, as far as the religion goes. But I'll tell you, man, for me, I don't know. I've had one interracial relationship in my life, and it didn't last very long or nothing like that. And I don't know, I just felt like you know, you like what you like. I think maybe I was like I'm gonna say I was like 10, maybe 9 or 10 when I first started realizing like what I like in like a girl and nothing like that and stuff like that. And I think like to me, like the main thing for me was I thought it was weird because you know how people somebody time be like, oh, you know, you gotta find somebody that look like as good as your mom or your sister and stuff like that. I always thought that shit was weird. Not gonna lie to you. Like I've heard people say that before, like, you know, you want somebody as beautiful as your sister, as beautiful as your mom, like, you know, shit like that. And I just was like, I never looked at my mother like that. My mother's ugly to me. My sisters are ugly to me. No, listen. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that in a way, like, listen, like, I don't, you know, I'm saying, look, y'all beautiful black queens, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, look, mom, you know what I'm saying. But nah, what I'm saying is,
what did niggas just say?
Mother's Day was still this month, bro. Mother's Day was still this month.
Yo, she got a happy Mother's Day. She know the relationship we had, man. But listen, man, look, I got me sounding like a bad son up here. Like, damn, come on.
You got you sounding like a bad son, nigga. Don't put that on nobody else up here.
Yeah, so we call each other ugly. Like, son, you ugly. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But listen. At the end of the day, I'm saying is like that's what shit. I think like that thought in my mind. I was never like, I'm not trying to find nobody that look like my sisters or my mother. So I kind of gravitated like towards the exact opposite. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that's what came to my mind. But I've never really particularly, you know what I'm saying, had a thing for the milk of magnesia. I've never, you know, wanted to dip my toe in that glass. Never wanted to really dip my toe too far in that glass or nothing like that. I mean, yeah, but I think another thing, or the biggest thing for me is it's the cultural difference for me. Like, it's just like you cannot deny that it's definitely some things that you just like. It's gonna be a little awkward sometimes. Like, there's things that you do that she or he would not do. You know what I'm saying? There's things that they do that you would not do. It's just like for example, cookouts are gonna be very different between my house and your house. They're gonna be very, very different. You know what I'm saying? The food is gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? And my shit, yes, I don't know. I might eat before I go. You know what I'm saying? If as far as like the drinks, the music, all that, it's what I'm saying, it's just gonna be a whole different vibe. And it's people that's definitely adapting to both sides, but the majority of people, it's just I feel like it ain't even worth it for me. You know what I mean? Like I would rather look inside of my comfort zone. Like Quinn said, you just like get into your comfort zone and you start to. It's easy to gravitate towards what you know. You know what I mean? So if you can find somebody, and that's 9 times out of 10, what you know is going to be coming from your same type of environment, your same hue, and we've talked about that before and things like that. But I don't think there's anything wrong with interracial relationships. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? My beautiful wife is coming from an interracial relationship, so it's just like, I'm all for it.
I'm glad you brought that up though, because for me, and that's one thing people gotta look at honestly and take an honest look at that, bro. When these interracial relationships happen, someone's cultural potency is going to get diluted. Yeah. Someone's going to assimilate in that relationship.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I mean,
like, it's a beautiful thing. Like, it's a relationship. At the end of the day. Like when I say you get past the color, it's two people loving each other. You know what I mean? Like, and take our opinions out of it, what we prefer as young black men in their 20s and shit like that. But like, just take that shit out of it. Look at the whole entire world. It's just two people coming together and love each other off of like genuine vibes, emotion, likes and dislikes and shit like that. And that's all that matters to it. So I say that to say, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, stop coming at Jamie. Stop coming at Bronny.
I have a question, actually, Jamie, about something that you said. But, right before I ask that, I want to touch what Lee said. I do agree with that. And that's the one thing I said that even when I was speaking as well. I think that is extremely weird. And I think that that's corny, as a matter of fact. If there's a black man or just people of any race that refuse to date their race, I think that's really weird. I think that doesn't really make sense because, like I said, equal opportunity employer. I don't find any race more attractive than the other. I personally, truthfully, really don't. So that being, but I would think it'd be weird for me to be like, oh yeah, I would not date this race. That's my view on that. So, and then outside of that as well, question, and maybe you guys can explain it to me then, since this is you guys' views as well. So if I'm understanding it correctly, because that's the example you used was the cookout, you would offset a potential good relationship, possibly great one, for a one time a year, maybe twice a year event?
Nah, I think you getting like, that's just like one example. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but it's like that one example. There's a bunch of different examples just like that will all add up to a whole entire year. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and once again, sometimes it's just like, depending on where you come from and who you are as a person. That's why I said, like, me personally, it's just a lot of things, especially being a Caribbean man, like, and growing up in there, and Juan could probably allude to that shit too. It's just like, you definitely it's a sense of like, this is kind of like my life. This is what I grew up on. Yeah. It's hard to find people that like just African Americans that understand that, let alone a whole different, type of, a whole different hue. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it depends on who you are.
It comes down that, well, yeah, because like you said, even though we speak in generalizations and that's how the world goes around, I have a very nuanced view of the world. So like things like what you were just saying in that instance, that's personally never been an issue for me. Like, I've never been at a cookout and been like, I can't finish this. Because there's a lot, not all white people can't cook and not all black people can. So
man,
I've
listen.
I haven't been to a cookout with her particular family where I've been like, oh, this shit is awful.
I don't know. I just feel like when it comes to like black events like that, like you always, no matter what, have the designated person who know how to cook is going to cook like every time. I mean, depending on like, I guess like you said, what crowds you hang around and stuff like that.
Yeah, because the
like
family times
play a big part.
Some people do grow up different though with the potluck style. Like everybody bring.
Yeah, that's what I grew up with. As far as cookouts go, when I went to what happened. It wasn't one person cooking everything. It was everybody brought their own stuff. So sometimes what I would eat something. It'd be like,
and
I'm used to one person like on the grill like all day.
Here's the perfect example of nuance. One, her family has that situation. There'll be one person at her cookout that'll cook everything. But the ones that I've gone to with black people, it's a potluck.
That's crazy, yo. But that's actually. But like you said, it depends once again, just like on who you are, how you grew up, like completely. Because like you said, you grew up with the potluck style, and it's funny because I didn't even know about potlucks until I started like working. You know what I'm saying? Like being in the working field, like going into work, and niggas be like, I actually like heard that term like potluck, like hey, like
what the hell they was talking about.
I was like, what is that? Because the reason why I say that is because like at all like my family events, like I'm eating Jamaican food every single time. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's like everybody coming together. It's like, yo, we some yardies. We gotta go ahead and get the yard food. We gotta go ahead and get the curry. The brown soup, yada yada yada. It gotta be there. So it's like no matter who's coming, that's not in the family. Hey, that's what you eating. I'm sorry. It's just,
I can see that being jarring for someone that's not like what I'm saying.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like
that culturally, that
I don't want to put that pressure. Yeah, because that's what that's like where I came from as well. So I was gonna get to that. It's just like that pressure of like you might feel uncomfortable around like this type of setting. So you know what I mean. So
I think that right there just captures it perfectly right there. It comes down to how ingrained into a specific culture you are. It depends how much your parents raised you to be a specific way in comparison to how you are in other forms of fashions.
100%.
I digress.
Yeah, man.
On to the next, man. The topic indeed, fellas, and I want everybody's own definition of this, even if it's the same, so be it. Clutch. When you hear the word clutch, what definition comes to mind? If I were to ask you to define clutch,
this is gonna be it's an inside thing, but it's an inside thing to enough people for it to sting a little bit. And I'm gonna give another one afterwards, but I definitely want to say this one first because it recently just happened. If you take a picture, the word Big Dummy Dre, put that, like that cancel sign, the red cancel sign, put that shit right over top that motherfucker, yo. Big Dummy Dre. I'm gonna say it one more time. Big Dummy Dre.
Yo, I'm sorry, yo. I'm not gonna lie, yo. I don't know how to react to that. Dre. I'm sorry to people. Yeah, shout out that nigga Dre, man. Oh my gosh, that might have been Dickie. That might have been Dickie. And I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, you know what, yo? If it is, yo, fuck it, yo. That nigga's, yo. People, yo, he definitely pissed me off one night, yo. I'm gonna tell y'all the story. I'm not gonna let y'all know who he is for real. But you know what I'm saying? This dumbass nigga, we was playing 2K, just some regular nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And this nigga, yo, like after we lose the game, it was real close, right? Motherfucker had like 3 shots, something like that. I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? What happened? Like we trying to get you in the game involved. This nigga, yo, said the most unclutch shit I ever heard in my life. It's hard to get in your head in the game. In those type of games, it's hard to stay focused. I said, what? Nigga, it was a 5-point game. This is too like nigga, we on a game. It's not even real life. Yo. There's no crowd, nothing. Like nigga, it's silence. What do you mean it's hard to get focused? What were you doing the whole game? Yo, maybe we asked the nigga. We said, yo, like, was you trying? He said, I had 3 points. What you think? What? What the fuck is that? Yo.
So
that nigga not clutch.
So we've defined what clutch is not. We've defined what clutch is not at all.
Stop and say that shit.
I'll give my opinion real quick. Clutch to me, man, is when the going gets tough, when the butts get tight, when the blood gets to boiling, those pressure-filled situations. What you mean? What? Yo, all right, man. Yo, get your
when the butts get tight.
When the butts get tight, feel me? When the butts get tight, when the blood get to boiling, niggas get the shaking in the boots, man. When the pressure gets put on, who is the nigga that's gonna come through? Who the cats that's gonna make a play? Who are the cats that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, cool down? When everybody ramp up, you know what I'm saying, they cool down, they analyze, they look around, you can count on them. You feel me? Them cats right there, calm under pressure, you know what I'm saying? Them cats, man. That's clutch to me. Clutch ain't, you know what I'm saying? Glad I casting an NBA. Clutch ain't that last shot. Clutch is that last shot, but clutch ain't just that last shot. Clutch is the thing leading up to that last shot. Clutch is 3 minutes out. You needed that play. Clutch is 3 minutes out. You seen a nigga with his head down. You said, come on. You say, hey, come on. Yeah, that's clutch.
Say it again.
You know what I'm saying? When it's time to go, they the niggas that go. That's clutch.
Go time.
Come on.
That's what I'm saying.
Go ahead, Warren.
Go ahead, Warren. Follow up, man.
The fan favorite is about to follow up with something that's gonna correlate to a lot of people.
Nigga, this shit better be hot.
Talk about it.
When you say the word clutch, and you ask me for a description.
Ask for a description. What he's gonna
You know what I'm gonna say every time?
What he gonna say? What'd you say?
Yeah.
What he?
My girl, bro.
Hell.
I thought he was about to spit. He came
bro.
My girl. Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta get flowers. Go ahead.
That lady, bro. She's that's her.
Well, thanks a lot, dickhead. Now I had to go after you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be like none of these other heathens. You know, selfish answers. I'm gonna show my love where it counts.
Well, here's what I'll say is clutch for sure. It's similar to what you said, Lee. It's the ability to do what you normally do and under high pressure. Don't buckle under the pressure. Because a lot of times in the clutch, people be wide open. This is just an example of basketball. Cats be wide open, but now their wrists flick all kind of weird. Now they can't get their feet set now because it's last second kind of shit.
Why you double teaming me?
Exactly. The double team coming prematurely, they want to throw the ball away.
Devin Booker, yeah, that's wow.
It's just plain and simply being able to do what needs to be done under immense pressure. Once the pressure rises, being able to complete the task still. Because not everybody can necessarily hold their composure once that pressure amounts.
That's sports based for me.
Yeah.
Just.
Well, no. Here's the thing. I got that in real life too.
Yeah.
Listen,
when it's just when down on your luck and something needs to get done, you done. God dang it! I forgot my wallet. You know what I'm saying? Need a wood. God dang. Hey. Someone knock on the door. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, what's up? Hey, I ain't know, yo. Nigga, clutch, you know what I'm saying? You know, clutch.
First of all,
why somebody knocking on the door?
You taking woods from random ass niggas?
No, I'm saying it's your nigga.
It's mine. I'm taking wood from my nigga.
All right,
Lord Jesus
Christ.
Come on, bro.
You can't even have a conversation around this nigga, bro.
I ain't mean it like that. I ain't mean
your ass for a month.
That's not how I meant. I ain't mean it like. My girl's clutch. Yeah. Just to center it back. I'm straight. My girl's clutch. She's the most clutch person ever. Yeah.
You talk about it, seems like you're being forced.
No, I give my flowers. I gotta give my flowers.
Got a text in the middle of recording saying you better stick up for me.
Man, like Lee was saying though, as far as like outside of basketball though, like no, for real though, like You know what I'm saying? Like, it's them times, man. Remember them times back, you know what I'm saying, when you was in school, man. You wanted to get a number real bad. You know what I'm saying? Or even ladies, you want to get his number real bad. You know what I'm saying? You had that one home girl, that one home nigga. You know what I'm saying? Homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? They did the right things for you. You know what I'm saying? They went up there. Yo, my man's want to talk to you. You know, everybody had a nigga like that. Yo, my man over there, he want to holler at you. You know what I'm saying? And it never worked. It never worked. You know what I'm saying? But it
never worked,
bro. That, gentlemen. Please.
Hey, Shawty, my partner over there trying to talk to you.
Dead immediately.
Listen, first of all, let me tell you this, niggas. Yo, y'all niggas out there, y'all niggas. If your homeboy, if he automatically says, "Hey man, I'm gonna go tell you one holler," that nigga he's not your friend. He's trying to get that girl. Cause I'm telling you that if you think that nigga not over there spitting game, you know what I'm saying? All you see is this. That's all you see. But in reality, what's going on? This nigga over here, yeah, he kind of weird. He like you. But he too scared to come over and meet you. Me, I'm a real nigga. This is me. You know what I'm saying? Don't fuck with him. Nah, don't fuck with him. Like that's, I'm telling you. Don't do it. Yeah.
The shorty said we could come through tonight, man. Shorty said we can come through tonight. I ain't got no. I ain't got no money. I don't get paid till next Friday. I got the 20 spot. Clutch. You're right there. You know what I'm saying? Your boy got the 2-man. He got the 20 piece on the 2-man for the gas. Clutch. That's clutch. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Clutch.
Indeed. I don't know. Similar to when you go to the gas station and they excuse the change. You just go ahead because you got the change, but you got the cash and they just forget about it. Clutch. That's clutch.
It's not like the shit don't be more than like 7 cents, 8 cents.
Wait, no, exactly.
But it's still like
you hand it to him and just look at him like, hey, come on. Hey, come on, man.
They'll just hit you with
a. Go ahead.
Yeah. Nah, man. You need them clutch people in your life, y'all. Really.
That is a skill people really do need to hone in on. Although I will say, from my own personal standpoint, and when it comes to real life, I'll just speak to people just in general, from being open as well. I have a bad habit of relying on that because if I do say so myself, and I really do have from my own track record of such to say so, is that I get better when it comes down to those things, really because I'm very obsessive. So when I get into something and it's really crunch time, oh, perfect. It's prime time. Now I can be obsessive over this and not feel bad because I can just go hard on this for the next 2 straight days or however, couple of minutes, second, whatever it is, because it's do or die right here. I got to focus in on it. And so for the people that also do that or are working or have a bad habit of procrastination, you're going to get yourself in a lot of sticky situations waiting until the last second because you're not going to be clutch every time.
Yeah.
And when you don't want that time you're not clutch to really fuck you up. So really get ahead of the curve here, but people.
Trust me. I done had many times myself. I don't regret. Oh my gosh, yo, went to that last minute because I thought I was that nigga and I just had it in the bag and it was just gonna work out for me. You know what I'm saying? You know, because you get to talking in your mind. You're like, man, shit ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
You know how it's gonna play out. Everything.
I'm gonna say you in the mirror like, I'm that nigga. This shit ain't gonna happen. And then next thing you know, that shit happened to you literally the next day. You know what I'm saying? You looking back like, fuck, man. Like big dummy Dre.
Get up on it quick and early, people. Get up on it quick and early. But to transition that, speaking of get up on it
quick and early.
I want to get a do and a don't from you guys. And this here is for the people in general. Okay. First it's a question. Should men always make the first move when pursuing a partner? Do you believe that a man has to make that first move? Or what are your viewpoints on it just in general as far as initiating these relationships? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Juan. Jump on that.
I'm going to say men do not have to.
Juan got pulled up on. He got pulled up on.
I say that because
she pulled up on your ass. She smacked.
I'm just saying, personally, for me, women have always like came up with me. But like a nigga really don't, you know what I'm saying? I really don't have to have no game. You know what I'm saying? Just my appeal. I just attract that.
Damn, I fucking want DC mode. Damn, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I really ain't gotta have no game.
Fly,
I'm about to say.
Jesus.
Y'all probably would have had the
gotta have
same.
no game.
Y'all would have had the same shit if y'all was like osmosis. All you needed was Osmosis Jones. You know what I'm saying? In your life, through your early years, and you could turn out like me. So
I'm good.
Oh yeah. I'm for my answer. I'm gonna say man.
You say that they wouldn't have to. Okay. And what you think, Jalen?
Do I think do I think men should have to make that first move? No.
Yeah.
But
no. Okay.
because trying to figure out the best way to put it. Because women sometimes, and some women, not all women, but some women, they just want to like they like you know what I'm saying? And they'll never tell you that. They never tell you that that they like you at all. They want to play that game like, nigga, come get me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a cat and mouse chase, like, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, like, fellas, they looking for that, like, that initiative. Like, they want a nigga to be gonna be able to take initiative, because they, like, that's how women do. They formulate things in their mind. They already planning out the next 40 years when they seen your ass. The first time they ever saw you in that Wegmans line, you know what I'm saying? You was getting them apricots. She was like, nah, I don't like niggas with apricots. You know, that fuck with apricots. Like, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need a nigga that fuck with oranges. You know what I'm saying? Vitamin, you know, the nigga love vitamin C. Yeah, it be the smallest shit. And it could, just because you was sitting there tossing up the apricot, like, this shit good. You know what I'm saying? Now you ain't got a wife. You know what I'm saying? But that's the shit that be going in your mind. If you can't initiate, she's probably thinking like, he's never gonna be able to initiate or anything. He's not gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying, take control when, you know, when it needs to, be the man, you know, when it needs to. Because sometimes that's what it comes down to. But do I feel like women, like, yes, y'all should definitely start pulling up on some niggas, because not every single nigga is like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't just, you can't generalize niggas, just like we can't generalize women. You can't generalize men. You know what I'm saying? So I think it should be a good balance. Is that going to happen? Probably not. Probably not. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I feel about it.
Times are tipping and turning. You want to go ahead, Lee?
Yeah. Do men have to make the first move? No. Should they? In my mind, yes. That's just the way I feel on that.
Why you feel that way? What do you think would happen? Matter of fact, let me ask you that.
Women, like I'm saying, like, obviously, men do not have to pull up on women. Women will pull up on men. That's like it's a thing they'll do. If they like you, they'll send their little whatever at you. Should men pull up first? I think so. I don't know. It might just be me. But a lot of, you know what I'm saying, guys I've talked to, like, oh no, it's a stigma. And I don't feel like, and that's just the kind of the way I've grown up. Like, even if you, like, you, that's just how it should be. I feel like the woman you're going to want to get, at least in my mind, I don't know, I may have a different worldview than a lot of cats, but the woman you know what I'm saying, and a woman that I like may pull up on me. I don't know, but I don't know. I just come from that men should pursue type of cloth. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just come from that type of cloth, and I feel like the woman in my mind that I have in my mind that I would want to spend my life with, just like my dream woman. I don't feel like she would just be like that. I don't feel like she'd pull up on me. I get like a thing in my gut, when like a gut feeling when women pull up on me. I don't know. I never really. I've had like really good looking women pull up on me, but it's like, I don't know. I've never really. I always take it a certain way.
Options. Yeah.
I've been, you know what I'm saying? That's not
with that hairline, yo. I mean, you got options, niggas. Got options with that. You have the hairline, yo. I was saying, yo, like, yo, you the fresh cut.
Yo.
You got a fresh
stop.
Cut.
You gotta stop.
You gotta stop. I was saying, I'm trying to up you right now, yo.
You're eating.
Trying to up. What?
You're eating.
What?
You're eating.
All right.
He was trying to warn you. He was trying to.
I was trying to say, thank you.
Before he even had to say it.
Wow, that's crazy, yo. Like I said, P, we can't even give a motherfucker a compliment no more, yo. Like, dog, like, yo, your hair like you bipped it right now. Like, damn, shorty. Okay.
I appreciate it. As Quinn,
nah, fuck you, nigga. Fuck you, nigga.
Friend. I appreciate
nah,
male friend.
Fuck you, nigga.
But, like
you
I
said, yo,
hey,
nah, nigga,
bro.
no, cause you sit here try, man, you just try to roll. Yeah, nigga, it's fuck you, cause you just try to say and roll on me in front of the people.
I was in the middle of it. I was in
That's
the middle of a
crazy,
talk,
man.
and you over here talking about some with that hairline. I know you got options. Like, nigga, let me talk. Let me
Yeah.
talk.
All
Like,
right,
you not
Chef.
eating? That's not eating.
Yo,
Yeah, middle of conversations. Like,
yo, bitch ass nigga.
Let me
yo.
finish
All
my
right, man.
thought, man. Let me finish my
Yeah,
thought, man.
bro.
Like I said, bro, I just come from that. I'm traditional. You know what I'm saying? I'm just traditional in that sense. Let me pursue my women. I kind of feel like, you know what I'm saying, my mind, a lot of men should just pick up the bootstraps, you know what I'm saying, go after what you want. I come from that type of cloth. So that's my thoughts on it.
I feel you.
I think that do they have to? No. Should they? Yes. Why should they do it? Well, for two reasons. One, it sets the frame for the relationship / situation, period. And so that's a positive thing because it's you. You would rather be the one to set that than the one to get thrown into that. I would just say that simply because you know what the deal is and you should have planned out how you're going to move and your next couple chess-like responses. Even if you don't think that far ahead, you would rather be the one in control of the situation to set the frame. And then the second thing is that I think when you go as far as generalizing goes, I think that more women than women who wouldn't would prefer you to do that. Plain and simple. I don't personally know too many women who are like, I'm hawking niggas down. Like I'm sliding in DMs, I'm pulling up, I'm shooting shots like Candace. Like, no, I don't really know any women who are like that, personally. So, if y'all do shoot, y'all know, hey, that's what's up.
I was
just
Brittany
Renner.
Personally,
Brittany Renner.
Brittany
Renner. That's the only one I know.
Personally, I don't know any women that
pulling up the colleges,
jumping at the you know what I'm saying, at the opportunity to go, you know what I'm saying,
even
press
if the
down
guy
on a
is
nigga.
like objectively attractive,
yeah,
like chomping
at most
to get it.
At most verbatim, the feeling I've got on it from women is like if they feel like if they wanted something, they could have it. So like they're just more abrasive in that sense where they'll, you know what I'm saying, pull up on something because they don't really fear not having it. So, but just jumping at the opportunity to chase something, nah, they don't really. Nah.
Their version of like pulling up on somebody, from my understanding, is putting themselves in position to be pulled up on. That's their version of pulling up on somebody, is putting themselves in position to get pulled up on. And doing it, depending on how smooth the girl is, it'll be very overt, kind of like what Lee said. And a lot of guys, man, I'm going to be real good, man, cats be tricking themselves. If you don't know, I truthfully feel bad for you if you have not experienced it, but it is actually quite clear when a girl is into you. There really isn't. There's not really very much of a toss up in your head of like, does she like me? Does she not? It's pretty obvious if she likes you. I'm going to keep that. And I think you know that it's pretty obvious. You're just telling yourself maybe it's a mixed signal because you don't want to really let your own heart get broken off that.
Listen, and if you down yourself, if you down yourself, it's probably no. You shouldn't. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work anyways, man. Yeah, nah. But I say this though, because there's probably people out there, like men and women, that's probably out there. It's like, you know, okay, more women should pull up. More women should pull up. Like, just start saying like, hey, like, you know, like, not saying like, hey, I like you. Obviously, that's fucking weird. I probably wouldn't even respond to that shit if somebody just was like, hey, I like you. Right? Yeah, that's just a little too straightforward. But like, I will say this though, as kid back in the day and everything like that, like, it's a certain type of feeling, like, in the sense of like, yeah, that's what's up. When you pull up on shorty and, you know what I'm saying, you spit game, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you started getting your head like, oh shit, like that's how niggas build that confidence, you know what I'm saying, especially at that young age. So I say that to say that I definitely, like, you know, I agree with Lee and Quinn, like, and definitely continue to pull up, because all you're gonna do is be able to just like advance your skills, like advance being able to have those conversations, being able to like show like, oh, like, damn, like he got that romantic side, he got that cool side to him, you know what I'm saying, before you start showing all the weird shit that you do, you know what I'm saying, like, that's, you gotta be able to show that shit first, you know what I'm saying. So like I said, just me in person. Like I remember I was in high school and everything. I was in middle school. Like I was like, yo, I pull up on the show. I'm like, yo, like I feel good by myself at the word. You know what I'm saying? So the homies like, yo, I just got so and so number, this, that, and the third. Like it shit was cool. And all homies like, yeah, that's what's up. You got her number? Oh, you got her number? Like, yo, that's just you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a part of growing up as a young man. Like if you don't pull up on, if you waiting for every single girl to pull up on you, man, like nah, that ain't it, yo. That ain't it. You missing out.
Indeed. Real quick, just to run through this as well to close this topic out with you guys. One do and one don't of a pull up. One do, one don't for the men or the women, either or. But one do, one don't. One thing you should do, one thing you should not do. I'll just jump and jump on. I'll definitely say, just because we brought it up before as well, do not send a friend. Let me rephrase that. Actually, stop, pause, because I can't speak for the ladies. Men, do not send a friend over to a woman to be like, yeah, he wants to talk to you in reference to yourself. Don't do that. That's a bad setup for an interaction, and it's going to fail like 9.8 times out of 10.
Really quickly, I'm gonna piggyback on that really quickly. In addition to that, do not send a friend who you know is like he's that nigga at school. Please don't send that nigga. Please don't send him. If you're friends with that, if you're friends with him, you know what I'm saying? He goes by him. Do not do not send that nigga, please. He's not coming back with good news for you at all. But go ahead, Quan.
Very simple one. I'd say it's very simple actually. Make sure that your tonality is good. Make sure that you're able to like speak up and verbalize your words correctly. Don't pull up and hey, I thought that you were pretty. Speak up, nigga. Put some bass in your voice. Go ahead and pronounce your words fully and just really actually speak with some conviction. Actually, that goes a long way as well.
I keep thinking about Cat. Niggas say bass in the voice.
Yo, no, daddy.
Oh yeah.
Nah, I didn't even think about that. I don't even think. Yeah, just wanna. You gotta make a play.
Yeah. Cat is a funny nigga, yo. Oh my god, I'm sorry, yo.
You had to make a play.
I'm sorry, yo. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, Ron.
For me, one don't for me for sure is do not. I repeat, do not. For the love of God, just don't go into the situation with a sense of entitlement. Just please, like I mean,
you're not old.
Going in it, you're giving yourself, like I said, as a man, you're like I said, obviously there's a chance for rejection. It's okay. Working past that is one thing. There's a trial of being a man, growing up, being a guy. That's just something we deal with. Just don't go into it with a sense of entitlement. You set yourself up to look stupid. One do. What can I say? Do go into the situation with and I hate to use this term because it's used by a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, manosphere, red pill cats, but just go into it with a mindset of excess. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is an opportunity. Yeah, this is an opportunity. Yeah. I like this young lady. You know,
more can happen.
If it's not, that's fine too. But just, you know what I'm saying, go out there with that type of mindset, and, you know what I'm saying, don't work yourself up too much over it. So
outcome independent.
Yeah.
I go out there, do what I do. Hopefully it works out. But if it doesn't, okay.
Well, what you think?
Me personally, I'm gonna say, well, to pretty much answer both of them, my do and don't is pretty much the same thing. So I just say like the don't. Once you walk up, you finally get like whatever confidence you think you have to walk up to a female, and you approach her. You trying to have a conversation. Don't like throughout the conversation keep saying like or like have moments where it's like just silent and like fucking awkward or weird. Like you need to find a way to this is the dude. You gotta find a way to stay calm. Like actually go up there knowing you have a conversation you would like to talk about. Like don't just fuck. Because just because you think you walking up to every female thinking you got confidence, you're not going home with nothing at the end of the day, bro. You're not like confident. You just like weird. You just need to change your approach because obviously they're not feeling you. If you walk up to everybody and you ain't leaving with nothing, it's not really confident. You just need to change your approach. So that's pretty much like I say, my do's and don'ts. Just don't just get up there and not having no sense of like how to carry an actual conversation that's going to pique that woman's interest. And who is to, like I said, actually have a conversation or just something, just be engaging. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just little things like that. They go hand in hand.
Yeah, I feel that, man. Just like to piggyback off of that, man. Like, you gotta be interesting. You know what I'm saying? Be a conversationalist. You ain't go up there just to stare at shorty. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have done that from afar. You know what I'm saying? It looked like a less weird nigga. You know what I'm saying? From afar, than just up close, just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be like weird, that. Don't be a goofy. You gonna be a.
Just imagine if somebody walk up to you like that. You gonna think that's weird.
You gonna be a flute. Yeah, don't do that shit, man. And you know what I'm saying? As far as for me, like, women, one of my don'ts. Don't act like, you know what I'm saying? Act like if you really like the nigga, don't try to make him play more of a game than he has to play. You know what I'm saying? Because that nigga will run away. You know what I'm saying? He will go to something else. You know what I'm saying? Niggas can't read your minds. You know what I'm saying? We can't, like, the men and women can't read minds. You know what I'm saying? So if it's looking like, oh, he likes me, I like him, just pursue it. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't try to, you know what I'm saying, extend it out. Like, what can I get him to give me more? Can I, you know what I'm saying? And then as far as like dudes, you know what I'm saying, women, definitely, you know what I'm saying, a big do is don't generalize niggas. Like, don't generalize and use past like relationships or anything like that to like automatically determine what this nigga might be like because he looked like my ex, you know what I'm saying? So he might be, you know, he gonna be the same type of nigga that Tyrone was, you know what I'm saying? Same type of nigga that, you know, Steve was, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, don't do that shit. Men too, you know what I'm saying? It's just corny, you know what I'm saying? Wipe clean slate, do that. As far as dudes, for like my dudes go for both sides, just be yourself. At the end of the day, be yourself, you know what I'm saying? That's what they gonna love and, you know, or like about you, you know, regardless, is you just be yourself, be you, be authentic. You know what I'm saying? Things will work out. If they don't, shame what she or he was not for you. So that's all it is. That's all it is.
You know what? Just to pretty much add to what Javen said about
spin a bin.
Slate. You know what I'm saying? That put me out of a lot of opportunities. You know? So what if that's your friend? So what if that's your cousin? It's not important. You know what I'm saying? It should be a clean slate. I feel like all should be fair. You know what I'm saying? Don't generalize things. Just because you might know the ex, that's not important. So I say just go with a clean slate, guys. It's not important what the past is. It's the past for you. But yeah, that's what I would say.
Hey man, clean slate.
Clean slate.
Clean fucking slate.
There we go.
A clean one.
And man, it's crazy because speaking of clean slates, you know what I'm saying? I got to thinking the other day, y'all was sitting there, you know, on the edge of the bed, you know what I'm saying, how you do sometimes in the morning, just thinking something was coming up. And I was like, man, I'm on this bed, yo. Like, what if this was my deathbed? What would be my last words? Like, how would I die? What's the last thing I would have said? So I got to thinking, you know what I'm saying? What would I have said? I want to know what y'all would have said too. So I want to take this time, you know what I'm saying? We're going to do this for the people out there, man, because I think this is going to be real good. I'm saying, I'm going to give everybody here a minute. Everybody gets 1 minute. And I want to hear what your death speech was. You on your deathbed, the last words that come out your mouth, flatline, 1 minute. You got literally 1 minute to a second, flatline. What would you say? Who wants to start?
I can jump on it first, for sure.
Go ahead, Q.
So in this instance, I get so this is ideal. obviously. So the ideal situation, because a lot of niggas, the last words, they don't even be recognizing their last words. If you really burst that bubble as well, too, that's pretty wild. But I digress. Ideal situation, I'd have my wife and children around me at that time. So then, just in this particular instance, I would definitely go along the lines of saying, children, I love you. Thank you. My wife, I love you. Thank you. But I need to pull my son in a little closer. Son, I have a task for you. I need you to go find Jacob, Jebediah, and Daquan. And I need you to go thank them for holding me down out the Amish when I was in the trenches with them. They'll be able to bring you to an old lockbox I had.
I should have known when he said Jebediah.
Oh my God.
And there's a map in there. This map will lead you to all the riches I never exposed to you and your mother. If you can go find this 2-piece, you'll be well off. Good luck.
Who the hell is Jebediah?
Hey,
One of
man.
the boys that helped me down out the Amish.
That is sickening. Okay. Well, Quinn is out here thinking the Amish. You know what I'm saying? He has some treasures for his boys.
I'll go because it's not that. For me,
Go ahead,
ideal
Lee.
situation. I'm sitting in my deathbed. I got my kids, my grandkids, my old ass wife. All right. So feel me. So I'd say something along the lines of, I'm saying, tell them I have no regrets, reassure them, let them know I love them, of course. Bring them in, things along that line. I have no regrets. I couldn't be more proud of them, no matter what they are, who they are. They don't need to feel for me. I've never been the type of guy, I'm not a sentimental guy by any means like that. So I wouldn't, they probably would still be sad, but I'll let them know, you don't got to be, none of that for me. I'm fine with everything. Just bring someone in and say a quick prayer over my family, man. Say a prayer over my family. Leave it at that.
Man, Lee, you a wholesome man, yo.
That's so touching.
Man, you are a wholesome man.
Thank you.
That was wow.
Thank you.
I'm not going. That was wholesome.
Damn, that makes mine feel like shit.
Well,
go ahead, Dan. Let me hear it, Dan. Go ahead,
so,
fucking head.
Just like you said, ideal situation. So I know I'm gonna have at least, like I said, for what I do right now. Who knows when I die? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not thinking of me being old. You know what I'm saying? So this shit can happen whenever. But like I said, ideal situation. And for some odd reason, like my loved ones having enough time to get around. Currently, at the moment, I would have, of course, my woman, my son. I have my mom, my sister, and probably like close partners in my like of mine, stuff like that. That was all around. You know what I'm saying?
The homies.
Right. I'm gonna record this whole thing so my son can hear it too. I'm gonna say, son, I want you to, as long as whenever you're growing up, just tell everybody else that they ain't shit. They ain't shit.
You
just tell them that. And just know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nobody ever will be better than you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just make sure he wears that crown on his chest. When it comes down to my woman, just make sure our son is safe. Just protect that. I love it. And I'm gonna say to everybody else, like, don't cry. This isn't something to be sad about. Keep uplifted. And also, I don't forget about that money y'all was supposed to send me. I still want my bread, even though I'm dead. Send me my cheese.
God.
You know what I'm saying?
Where's my money?
Yeah, and I'm gonna end it off with Juju out. For my last word.
Hey man, I feel that, especially that last part. That's just very Kobe-esque of you. Juju out. You know what I'm saying?
Drops mic.
I fuck with that.
No, like just unplugs myself.
Oh God!
Reach over the bed. This nigga went the perfect ending. This nigga juice you out.
Nigga said, hell nah, I can't let that ending go to waste.
God!
I gotta put him.
Nigga was not there for that. He was not trying to know.
It's so memorable. Like you gotta go out with a bang like that, bro.
You say, yeah, that's it right there.
It's supposed to be a flat line the moment those words leave your mouth. It's supposed to.
Man, my shit is more. Y'all kept talking about the most ideal situation, and I honestly I didn't even think about it like that. I put the most realistic situation. My shit kind of fucked up though. Now I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm looking at it. My shit is kind of fucked up. I was not surrounded by any of my family, my friends, and nothing like that. I was actually in line, embarrassing. Actually, I was in line at a Quiznos.
Well, damn.
Yeah, that's the worst. That's why I started out so bad.
That Quiznos.
But I wasn't getting Quiznos though. I was door dashing. This is you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
I was door dashing. But I smelled the food and I was like, oh fuck, damn. I mean, it's better than Jersey Mike's. So what happened was
this nigga's a yeah. All right,
so bow. I got shot. I'm leaking out. Y'all motherfuckers, man. I can't make me laugh. Listen.
You got the character, nigga.
Listen. Yeah, I did. Listen. All right, look.
Yo, nigga.
Y'all motherfuckers, huh? It's always some shit like this. Shit, fuck. Okay. I love you, shorty. Stay up. You better not fuck with no niggas when I'm going. I'm gonna do some ghost shit on you, like, I don't know, like open some doors when they close or some shit like that. I don't know. Rocky. Oh, my dog, Rocky. My little man, yo. I'm so happy to get away from you, bitch. Go walk yourself, nigga. Go walk yourself. Fuck you. Always whining this shit. Fuck, man. I'm going down on an empty stomach. I'm gonna die like this, man. I'm hungry as shit. Bitch. I'm gonna die. Did I leave the oven on? Oh, hell, nigga. My DiGiorno was off. That's it. Done.
Yo.
That's the most most realistic situation, honestly. I thought
you was in a Quiznos. You died on a Quiznos floor with Rocky and his girl, and he left the oven on with the pizza in it.
Crazy.
Yeah, listen, bro.
God damn.
Yeah, man, that shit was sad, y'all. Fuck. But yeah, so yeah.
There's that. Goodness.
Dreams be wild, Joe. Dreams be wild, man.
Well,
but listen,
That's crazy.
hey, man. But honestly, that's a scary, for anybody though. That is definitely a very, very, very scary day that I'll never ever think about in my life because I ain't even want to think that far. Yeah, especially not no Quiznos. That's definitely terrible. I mean, I can't. Yeah, you gotta die.
Dying on a Quiznos floor is insane.
Yeah, nah. With leave the tomato slices right next to you, just laying there, like, nah.
Hurry, get him a sandwich. No, please, please, God.
That's bad. That's really bad.
Please, God, no, let me. Please, come back.
Family suing Quiznos for finishing the job.
God, no, stop.
Oh my goodness. Well, that is that is a deep question in itself. One that a lot of people don't even feel. Some people don't even feel comfortable, or even, they really don't even feel comfortable going that far ahead, or just into the topic of death in general. It gets real touchy for some people because we can't even fathom what actually happens after that.
Yeah.
I forget who said I forget who comedian said this shit, but they were like, "You want to know what happens when you die? You remember what it was like before you were born? Yeah, it's just like that."
Yeah, don't remember. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's that. But I'd like to thank the people for tuning in to this episode of the Inside Wolves podcast. Once again, go ahead, hit us up on social media, Inside Wolves on Twitter. And Inside Wolves 1 on Twitter, Inside Wolves on Instagram. Follow us on YouTube, subscribe, like, share the content. Thank you all for tuning in. Go ahead, hit the link tree. And we really want to make sure that this message of just conversation, thought-provoking conversation, and entertaining conversation just gets spread out there. We want the people to do it just like we're doing it. So once again, people, we want to provide a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of enlightenment, and a little bit of fun to your day. Inside Wolves, we are out.
For more Inside Wolf content, make sure to subscribe and make sure to hit that link tree in our bio to bring you to all our platforms. Let's get it.